Good evening and welcome to tonight's video. I have got something to tell or ask everyone, both really. I'm just wondering, does anyone remember somebody called Harry Duggan? He was actually the mayor of Jarrow many years ago, and he was a good friend of mine and my dad's. I used to play snooker with him on a regular basis back in the day, and he was a damn good snooker player as well, I hasten to add. And he had a very good sense of humour. He always used to say lots of witty things, coming out with jokes and funny comments and stuff when we were playing snooker and stuff. So I was just wondering, I looked him up on Facebook, but he doesn't appear to be on there. Well, I can't find him on there anyway. So if anyone knows Harry Duggan or has any information about him or where he is, his whereabouts, where he is these days, could you please get in touch with us? Because I'd like to hear from you. Because like I say, I was good friends with Harry. I also did a snooker competition, like a tournament. He was playing in it as well, and I was in it, and we were playing all different sorts of snooker players from all over the northeast. I don't know how far afield they came from, but I remember I was having a match with somebody at the Shack in Bolton, and I was doing all right for a while. Harry was sitting watching the game, and he was always praising us on my shots and stuff. But sometimes if I played some like haphazard shots, like he used to pull us up on them as well, like, I don't know what you're thinking there, Gordon, and stuff, you know, because he said, oh, I thought you would have went for the off the cushion and onto the, you know, and stuff like that. He used to, but I was like explaining what would have been the best shot to do, you know. I thought you would have realised that, you know, you would be saying, you know. So yeah, if anyone's got any information on the whereabouts of Harry Duggan, I'd like to know, because I can't find anything online about him. I did find some old pictures of him, and I might put one of them on here if I can find it again, just to show you who he is. But they're older pictures, you know. And I remember he told us he met the Queen. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Queen. I'm not even a fan of the Queen. Never mind a big fan, but anyway. But I think I told them that back then. I've never been a fan of the royals, ever. I have met one of the royals, though. I met Princess Sophie and shook hands with her. Not really by choice, it's just I was at somewhere. It was like an art studio place where my friend was doing mainly artwork. I did a bit there, but not much. And basically she was coming to visit, and she went round each and every one of us and asked her a few questions. She asked me why. She says, so what things do you do here? I says, well, I don't really do anything, I'm just here with me cousin, you know. I did do one picture, but I wasn't, like I say, I wasn't there to do that in particular. I just tried it once. But yeah, she seemed okay, but you know, I still don't care for them. So there you have it. Also, are there any fans of Michael J. Fox out there watching this video? Because I'm a huge fan of Michael J. Fox, and I especially like The Secret of My Success and his other film called For Love or Money. They're two of my favourites, apart from the Back to the Future ones, of course. But what else did he do? He did one called Greedy. That one wasn't quite as good. It's good, but it's not one of my main favourites. And he did Teen Wolf, of course, and Bright Lights, Big City. That's another favourite one of mine, actually. But speaking of The Secret of My Success, which was made in 1986, that's just been re-released, I don't think too long ago, on Blu-ray again here in the UK. Because the first time they brought it out in the UK on Blu-ray, it had a terrible cover. I mean, the cover was absolutely horrendous. They changed the original artwork to some new artwork with like still images from the movie with this fluorescent pink and green different like fonts and title on it, like with different letters and stuff. Like, it wasn't the proper logo, I don't think, and it just looked terrible. They split it up into like 4 different pictures on the front. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but it's no wonder they re-released it, because they've just re-released it not long ago, like I say, with the original cover. Well, having said that, it wasn't technically the proper original cover, because the original cover had a close-up of a champagne bottle, at least the top half of it, with a girl's hand. I think she had red fingernails, painted red fingernails on it, holding it, and the top had flew off and all the champagne was like shooting out, and Michael J. Fox was sitting on the top of the squirting champagne, like sort of bobbing on the top of it. And it had a picture of the World Trade Center in the corner. I did a video about this years ago. I think it was my second video or first video I ever did. I think it was the second one. And they re-released it with a different cover over here, and they took away the World Trade Center from the cover, probably because of what happened with 9/11 and all that. And they also took away the champagne bottle with the girl's hand holding it, and they just have Michael J. Fox sitting at the bottom of the cover, basically at the bottom bit. And they changed the colours in the background a bit, where it had the original logo, I think, for the title and stuff. But there's a USA release with that original cover on, but I don't like it. It's still got the World Trade Center in, by the way, as well. I don't like that cover because they changed the title, the words, and into white text, and it's white on like a whitish light background, and you can hardly see what it says. It just disappears. It's like camouflage. I don't know what they were thinking there, because the original poster had the words in red against like a white or light blue background. So I would suggest not getting the USA version and just get the UK version, unless you're rich and just buy both of them, if you're a huge fan of The Secret of My Success, which was made in 1986 with Michael J. Fox. And it also has an actress in it, I forget her name offhand, but she played Howard's mother in The Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you saw her in the show, because I haven't seen all the episodes, but you most often heard her voice shouting up the stairs, "Howard!" you know. But she sadly passed away. But she also is in The Secret of My Success. She plays this woman, I forget her name offhand, was it Barbara or something? She keeps catching Michael J. Fox changing his outfit in the elevator and stuff, and he's got his pants down, and she's like, she keeps catching him off guard because he presses the alarm, the emergency fire alarm in the lift, so he can stop the lift so he can change into his other outfit in the film. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm on about. And sometimes the doors would open in the middle when he wasn't fully changed yet, and his pants were around his ankles and stuff, and he starts doing like a weightlifter, bodybuilder type pose when the doors open. It's hilarious, actually. But if you have never seen that film, I suggest you check it out, The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox. I've just made a rather grim discovery here at Monkton Hall here in Jarrow Heaven. It's in between the two, actually. But it looks like somebody might have been murdered here, because look, there's the chalk outline of him on the ground here. Maybe he got run over by one of the cars in here, I don't know. But obviously the body's been removed now, and there's just the chalk outline left. Oh well, I hope he didn't feel it much. I hope he went quickly. I hope he didn't, feel too much pain when he went. Now, does anyone remember a actor stroke comedian called Garry Shandling? Now, I thought he was very good. I was quite a fan of his. And he made an excellent film one time, which was called What Planet Are You From? Has anyone seen that film? It was very funny. It was hilarious. I once showed it on my projector at Hebburn Community Centre back in the day. That's the Hebburn Community Centre that has been demolished, down next to the Sunday school. I don't know what the name of the street was that it was on, but yeah, I showed it on my projector in the big hall in that community centre to my cousin and his friend and my friend called Michael, and they were both in hysterics. Oh yeah, and my friend called Lawrence as well. He was watching it, and it's a really good film. It's about a guy who's really an alien, and he comes to planet Earth, and every time he gets turned on, his private areas start vibrating, and you can hear them buzzing. So there was many comedic scenes in that movie as he was like going around passing like really attractive women, and his crotch started buzzing and vibrating and stuff, making noises, and he's trying to do things to try and make it stop making noises and stuff. But the thing is, he also had a very successful TV show, which I think was on BBC Two over here in the UK, called It's Larry Sanders Show, which was kind of a spoof chat show, and he played a fictional chat show host called Larry Sanders, of course. And the thing is, though, he had lots of actual celebrity guests on the show, like real celebrities, playing themselves, like interviewing them and stuff. That show was quite popular. But before that, he also had another show where he pretty much was himself, called It's Garry Shandling's Show. That one was really good as well, and I think that was also on BBC Two. and that aired well before Larry Sanders Show started to get shown on BBC Two, basically. And but the sad thing is, and to my shock, back when it happened, I forget which year it was, Gary Shandling sadly passed away, and he wasn't even that old as far as I'm aware. But I can't remember what he passed away from. But yeah, I was upset about that. But I've got the film What Planet Are You From on DVD. Now, I'm not sure if you can get it on Blu-ray. I think I did search for it a while ago, but I can't remember. I don't think I found it, so I'll have to check again to see if it has been released on Blu-ray. And if it has, it's probably either from Germany or the USA, I should imagine, because I think out of all the countries in the world, we seem to get the least amount of Blu-ray releases of like back catalogue titles and stuff, you know. They're always either from USA or Germany, like I say, or somewhere else even. There's lots of films that never get a Blu-ray release over here, but they get a DVD release, because as surprising as it may seem, DVDs still outsell Blu-rays, unfortunately. So I kind of get my mind around that. All I can think, the only reason I can think of is why that's the case is because DVDs in general are usually cheaper, like new releases are cheaper than the Blu-ray versions, and then there's the 4K versions, which are dearer again, so they sell the least out of all the formats, 4K, but there's still quite a following for 4K Blu-rays, you know, and I'm one of them because I buy them here and there. So there you go. So let us know what you think of Gary Shandling, and let us know if you've seen that film called What Planet Are You From, because it's a really good film. I forget who else was in it offhand, but I'll have to dig me DVD copy out again and give it a spin. I'd like to put it on my big screen in my cinema room, but my new my 4K projector doesn't really play DVDs very well. My 1080p one played them quite well, but the 4K one, I think it's something to do with the upscale, and a ton of artifacts appears on the image and it just ruins it. But so I'll probably just watch it on my TV if I can find the bloody thing, that is, anyway. Oh well, that's the way it is, I guess. Now, while I'm on the subject of movies, has anyone ever seen a movie called Edge of Sanity? It starred Anthony Perkins, you know, yes, that Anthony Perkins, the one that played Norman Bates in all the Psycho movies from 1 to 4. I'm sure you're all familiar with him, but he sadly passed away, I think it was 1992 or 3. He contracted AIDS somehow. I still don't know how he got that, but that's what they said he passed away from. And well, anyway, I've always been a fan of Anthony Perkins, and he made a film called Edge of Sanity, which was about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was like a modern retelling of the story. I've got it on DVD somewhere, but Arrow Video have just well, they've just released it on Blu-ray. Well, it isn't officially released yet, but they've made it and everything. I think it's set for release this month on the maybe the 25th or something like that, I forget. So I want to get my hands on a copy of that. I did have a bootleg copy of it in HD, but it's not the best, so I want to get the best version, you know, and that'll be the Blu-ray. So hopefully it'll be a decent transfer. And it also starred Glynis Barber. I don't know if you remember her. She was in quite a popular UK TV series back in the day called Dempsey and Makepeace. I forget which one she was. But anyway, because I didn't really watch it much, I've seen bits and pieces of it. But she's in it, and I think it was directed by somebody called Harry Allen Towers, or he might have produced it. I think he might have produced it. But it's a very good film, and there's some really good scenes where Anthony Perkins is like, you know, he goes after the hookahs, obviously, because he's going to murder them and stuff. And there was a particularly funny scene where he was with this hookah, and by the way, it's supposed to be set in like Victorian London, right? But the hookahs are dressed like they were either the 80s or the 90s. They've all got like modern looking outfits on, with skirts and suspenders and tights and everything, stockings, you know. And there's just one scene where he gets her to bend over and he lifts her dress up. He's looking at her bum and he's going, "Look at that! Look at that!" And he's putting his hands on her arse, basically. It's a hilarious scene though. It's one of the standout scenes in the film. It's really good though. So if you haven't seen that film, I advise you check it out. And for the best version, I would suggest you get the Blu-ray when it actually gets released, which is this month, June 2022. Comes out, I think, the 25th or somewhere around that time anyway. And I hope it's not raining. Thought I heard rain there. It's getting a bit dim here, you see. It's been sunny all day though, but I missed most of the sun because I was busy doing some other stuff, waiting for a phone call that never happened and stuff. So anyway, that's just how it is. Just next to this sign here, it must be when they have a fire drill, and all the staff have to come out here and assemble at this point. But do you not think this needs to be changed, because these two people here are like standing right next to each other. There's barely an inch between them. Shouldn't they be standing at least 6 feet apart? So I think this sign needs to be updated. What do you reckon? Do you not think so? They're not anti-social distancing here. You seen that? Look at that. That's not good. Let us know what you think. Now I'm just looking at the back of the Monkton Hall building here again, the old part. Now it looks to me like this is the original building here, how it looks used to look years ago. But this bit over here on the back here seems to be a relatively recent extension, like built on, I think. I don't think it would originally had them, because that looks way more modern than this bit, you know. Don't you think so? So if this place is haunted, I've still yet to hear from anyone if they've got any stories about anything that's went on paranormal wise inside the building or anything, but never heard anything. I heard somebody who used to work there said the top floor was really spooky, which I guess would be that level up there where the windows are next to the roof, or that part, the old bit. But they didn't mention anything about anything seen or heard in there, anything spooky or could be paranormal related, or you know, that type of thing. So I don't know, but I did record a voiceover this end, like I said on my other video. If you watch me investigation I did here, I did like, was it 1 or 2, possibly 3, I don't know. I think it's like at least 2 I did here. And if I go over here, I think you can, I'm not sure if you can get around that side of the building. I think you might be able to. I haven't been around there. But it just comes out, I think you can get through actually. So this is, I think this might be the main entrance around the back. I don't know why the main entrance would be around the back, like, when they've got a door at the front. It's kind of weird, but that's how it is, I guess. So I think you can go around here. I think, yeah, you can. And there's a tree here, as you can see. Actually, this bit looks like it's an old part here, but I'm not sure. Maybe they just built this other bit here onto that bit. Maybe. I'm not sure. So I might as well go through here. Across some crumbly, crusty, dry leaves. And this just takes you back around the front, of course. And over that wall is Monkton Village. And over here is the White House from the side. As I keep saying, not the one with Joe Biden in it. But that place has probably got some paranormal activity in it. I'm pretty sure it will have. But yet again, you don't tend to hear stories about places like that unless you bump into some of the staff that work in them, you know. That's the only place you'll hear about it, really. Now I've just noticed something here. I don't know why this is, but over here there's like a dangerous pieces of metal sticking out the wall here. I don't even see that, but I think that might have been off, possibly, I'm not sure, like they might have put some sort of a vase in there or something with flowers in it, I'm not sure. Looks like it was meant to hold something, unless there was another bit of wall built onto here or a fence or something, and it's long since gone. I'm not entirely sure. And I'm standing on a, I think I'm standing on a manhole cover or something. It's partially covered up by the grass. There's another one here right next to it. Wow. Well, unfortunately the light really is starting to dim here now, and the lights have come on here, I've just noticed. I don't know, I've never really tried this camera. Well, I think I tried it once in the dark, but it was in Newcastle with all the street lights on, so it wasn't really a fair test. But I don't think it gets that bright here. I don't think these lights are the brightest, but I don't know. It might be okay, I don't know. But it's very warm today, or tonight rather. I'm bloody roasting here with my coat on. I don't know why I bothered putting my coat on, to be honest. I didn't realise it was this cold, not cold. I didn't realise it was this warm before I came out. I knew it might be a bit, like, you know, not too cold, but I didn't think it would be boiling, like, but it is. Okay, so it's actually nearly dark here now. It's getting very, you know, so you can hardly see a thing, especially on the camera. So I'm in front of a light here on the wall, just outside of the buildings here. So I'm going to end this video tonight. So I hope you've enjoyed some of this video. As usual, if you did enjoy any of it, could you possibly please give us a little like? I'll be very grateful for that. So thank you very much in advance, as per usual. And I'm going to try and get back home. It's like I say, it's very muggy tonight. So is there a sign of things to come for a very hot and warm summer this year? Well, I'll just have to wait and see. But it's very warm so far, that's for sure. And it's like it's after 10 o'clock at night right now as I'm here. So yeah, I'm going to head off home. So I wish you all a very good night, or a very good day wherever you are, as usual, and I'll catch you all next time. So it's goodbye from me. So ta for now. Bye bye now.